Welcome back to How to Cake It. I'm Yolanda, and this week there is a battle on how to cake it. It's the French macaron versus the macaroon. I want to do another wrestling, like, macaron takes on macaroon.
It's hard to make macaron sound badass.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't work. To make my macaron cake, I am using vanilla cake and chocolate cake. I've dyed my vanilla cake pink.
How Parisian.
I know. Ooh la la. I'm going to keep saying ooh la la.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, good.
I don't think you've ever said that.
No, it's a new one. For my two pink vanilla cakes, I place a smaller cake pan on top and a small serrated knife straight down to help remove the caramelization from the sides. I round off the top edges all the way around to create that macaron cookie shape. And I want to remove all of the caramelization from the sides as well. For the chocolate cake, I level that baby. Why did I say that?
Now we have to leave it in.
Okay, of course. The chocolate cake is going to become like the buttercream filling that's inside the macaron. So I leveled it and then I slightly rounded off the top edge and the bottom edge. So it's kind of like a big chocolate disc or patty at this point. I'm going to flip over to my macaroon cake now. For this cake, I have baked coconut cake naturally. It's one of my favorite and it makes sense. I removed my 3 coconut cakes from their pans, leveled them, removed the caramelization from the bottom, and then I stacked them one on top of the other just to get an eye for the shape I want to create. Now I'm going to unstack them and carve each one. I'm trying to create just a little cake mound.
It's like a cake mountain, really.
It's a cake mountain. It's more of a hill. So what I do is I carve each layer, removing all the caramelization from the sides, and I do one at a time, but keeping in mind that they're all going to be stacked together. So when they are stacked, I want to make sure I can see that coconut hill. I want to run through a coconut hill.
I want to go to Coconut Hill and live there.
Jeremy, no comment?
No comment.
Jeremy, do you even like coconut?
No.
I knew it!
Jeremy's like, I wish I had a coconut to throw at someone. Once I'm happy with the shape, it is now time to simple syrup all of my cakes. Yes, I'm gonna simple syrup the macaron and the macaroon together, because despite their differences, they actually get along. For now.
Cut to the tabloid or.
Can we place it so like I'm reading it? That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Watch, I'm
hold
just
your
gonna hold. I'm giving him so much work. Now he has to make it look like I folded it. Let's dive back into my macaron cake. For the macaron shells, which are the pink vanilla cake, I want to create some pink buttercream that matches. So I take a little bit of my Italian meringue buttercream and dye it to match the cake as best I can. She's bougie, you know what I mean? She has to match, all of her like components have to match. Time to crumb coat the pink macaron shells with my pink buttercream. I apply it with a small offset spatula. I crumb coat the 2 pink shells and pop them in the fridge to chill. You like how I always point to the fridge when I say that? They can't even see it right now. Can they see the door?
Yep.
Yes, they have me wedged between a fridge and an oven when I talk to you. I just want to be clear. Now for the chocolate cake that's going to become the filling, I crumb coat that with my plain Italian meringue buttercream and pop it in the fridge to chill. Once my crumb coat is chilled, it's time to ice these cakes. So again, I'm icing the pink macaron shells in my pink buttercream, trying to get them as smooth as possible at this point and placing them back in the fridge to chill. Now, for the chocolate cake that is the filling, Jocelyn, I used my invention.
Oh my gosh.
Remember yeah, I don't even have it. I might as well because you can't see it. The little piece of acetate that I use because I want to maintain that curve so that it looks like the buttercream filling that is sort of pressed between the 2 cookie layers. I've also used my invention to make my giant cupcake cake and my unicornucopia. If you want to see more food cakes, I have a playlist here as well. And we're going to put both macaron and macaroon in this playlist too.
It's the same video.
Exactly. It is time to cover my macaron shells in some pink fondant. I have created a shade that's similar to the cake and the buttercream inside. It's a little more vibrant. And then I roll it out, pick it up on a French rolling pin and, oh, a French rolling pin, ooh la la! Jeremy's like, I am not coming back here. How did I end up here? I had a real job before this. And then I smoothed it over with my hands and a fondant smoother, trimming away all the excess fondant from the bottom with a sharp paring knife. Then I repeat this process for the second pink cake. Now I need to recreate the little sort of layer of fluffy air bubbles that happens at the base. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Of course you tried to recreate that.
How could I not do that? You think I would leave that out? This interview is strictly me looking at Jocelyn in shock. And what I decided was to take the remaining pink fondant that I had, and I really kneaded it well with quite a bit of vegetable shortening. Although vegetable shortening helps to soften your fondant, if you take it too far, it ends up breaking it down. So I basically took the fondant too far on purpose because I wanted it to break down. Then what I did is I rolled it into one long band that is the circumference of my cake layers. As I roll it, you can see the edges like fraying and breaking and pulling apart. But in this case, I'm actually happy it's happening. To apply these bands to the base of each cake, I'm going to first brush on a little bit of clear piping gel. And then I carefully apply the bands all the way around. Now they did break apart when I picked them up, which I expected because at this point, that's the look we're going for. But the great thing is you don't have to hide the seams, you don't have to hide the flaws, it's just helping it to look more realistic. We are going to assemble our French macaron cake. First, I put one of the pink layers upside down, so the flat side is up. Then I carefully transferred the chocolate buttercream layer right on top. And then finally, the final pink layer on top with the domed side up. Okay, macaron, you're ready, you look beautiful, but it's time for you to step aside for a moment and give a little bit of the spotlight to Macaroon. It is her day tomorrow, after all. I need to fill and crumb coat her. I decided that the macaroon needed to be more coconutty.
Ooh.
So I ended up taking my 3 layers and layering them so that there could be 6 layers. So I'm gonna create some coconut buttercream for the coconut cake. I like to mix in some creamed coconut, which is just the same thing that they use to make piña coladas. I just whisked that into my buttercream, which makes it taste so good. And then I filled all 6 layers with my coconut buttercream, crumb coated them, and chilled the cake.
What's the crumb coat and chill dance? You know, I feel like you've been letting that go.
I feel like I can't outdo the Stormtrooper Daft Punk dancing. It's pointless.
Yeah.
I can't go back.
That's true.
We should just drop them in every video, even when it no longer makes sense. If you haven't seen my Star Wars Stormtrooper helmet cake, I will put it in a character playlist right over here. And don't forget, the May the Cake Be With You t-shirt is still available at howtocake.com, along with my crumb coat and chill tea. Now that my crumb coat is chilled, I'm going to ice this cake with some more coconut buttercream. I'm putting on quite a good layer because now I'm gonna press in some toasted coconut chips. They've been lightly toasted to give the macaroon a hue like it's already been baked. So with the palms of my hand, I'm just pressing in the coconut, just getting it all around this macaroon. I relate to her because she's probably wishing she could control her coconut more the way I wish I could control my hair. But she's come to accept that that's how she looks. She's not trying to be a French macaron. She's trying to be macaroon. Now, I happen to like my macaroons with a little bit of chocolate. I love chocolate and coconut. Am I right?
Oh yeah.
I'm not even waiting for Jeremy. What I did was I melted some light cocoa candy melts and then piped a nice drizzle of chocolate on top of my macaroon. I also piped a line of chocolate down around the base to make it look like the macaroon was dipped in chocolate. Take that, French macaron. Are you dipped in chocolate? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You're too delicate for that. In conclusion, nobody won the battle. They were both beautiful and delicious in their own way. Don't forget to watch next week because it's Yo-Yo Day. I'm finally going to reveal my secret project and an amazing way for you guys to get some free treats wherever you are. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and I will see you on Tuesday. Yo-Yos! It's a yo-yo and her yo-yos.